Five graduates from the University of West Georgia joined together to create Hometown Consulting. From then on out, we have been helping local organizations around the city of Carrollton. Your organization is guaranteed to see improvements when we start working with you. Before we get started, I want to introduce our consulting team. First, we have our project manager, Kaylin Sims. Kaylin graduated from the University of West Georgia with a bachelor's degree in business. Next is Trenton Alberton. He is our proud owner of Hometown Consulting. He graduated from the University of West Georgia with a master's in finance. Ronan Bird is our consulting advisor. He graduated from the University of West Georgia with a bachelor's degree in mass communications. Brian Camus is our co-owner of Hometown Consulting. He also graduated from the University of West Georgia with a master's in marketing. Finally, I'm Marley Williamson, and I'm the Public Relations Manager for Hometown Consulting. I graduated from the University of West Georgia with a bachelor's degree in mass communication. Now Ronan is going to talk about our company background with you. Support local businesses and use Hometown Consulting. We are Carrollton's #1 trusted consulting firm. Hi, I am Marley Williamson, Hometown Consulting's Public Relations Manager. I will focus on how to improve digital media, advertisement, and overall communications for career services. 98% of students at UWG use various social media platforms. This is a huge percentage of students. Therefore, I will help promote career services on social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We will host more job fairs and tabling events on campus for students to connect with different job opportunities on campus. Brian will now talk to you about improving internal and external communication.
My name is Brian Kamau. I'm a co-owner of Hometown Consulting. I have a master's degree in marketing that I acquired from the University of West Georgia, and I've been working with Hometown Consulting for 5 years. Currently, the Career Services Department communicates internally through. Based on our research, we found that in the ways that are used for the current internal communication, we found that phone accounts for 12%, face-to-face accounts for 21%, the emails account for 51%, and others such as meetings account for the 8%. We also did a comparative analysis when looked at different schools. That I checked on the external communication of the Career Services Department. I made a chart to show how the Career Services carries out its current external communication, and found that emails takes about 20% of the external communication. Printing t-shirts takes about 13% of the external communication. The flyers take about 27% of the external communication. And we found that the job shadowing was taking the higher percentage, which is 40%. So we encourage the Career Services Department to continue with the job shadowing and also improve on that area. I did the SWOT analysis too, and I found about the strengths were the internships, the interview workshops, the resume building, the existence of a central career service office, and their website. The weaknesses were poor communication styles. The students did not know about the career services. There was insufficient staffing levels. And the opportunities I found about were it connects students. Students get to know about job shadowing. Students get their resume reviewed. The threats were the faculty advisors. The lack of communication between colleges and services center, and there was also the student sense of urgency was a threat.
We've been talking about how our company could improve career services. Adding to what they said, we have come up with 3 categories that, if increased, will not only boost the amount of students noticing career services, but will also drive the students to take advantage of the great options that y'all provide. Before I'd like to carry on, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Trenton Albertson. I am a co-owner of Hometown Consulting, and I was picked to come up with some ideas that would drive students to be more involved in career services and increase the amount of companies that contact career services and take advantage of the students that we advise. We're going to talk about improving is the department image. I feel like we can do this by reinventing the logo and color scheme of all the advertisements and emails that career services sends out. This will provide a new school look and draw in new students. Another good way we can bring students in is providing something fun that they can do in the career services department. And an example of that would be having a pizza party that if they come, then they can eat, because there's nothing more hungry than a 20-year-old college student. The next category we'll be talking about improving is the external communications of career services. I think we can do this by increasing the amount of job fairs we do. I say we push to monthly job fairs, because if a job opens up right after we already did our job fair for the first semester or so, then those students would be out of the option to get that job and meet up with that job employer and to be able to talk to him about all the benefits, because we've already had it. But if we have them every month, then that will increase the amount of companies that are able to come if they weren't able to make the last months or new jobs were opening up. But with all these new increasing of students getting jobs, we need to help them talk to superiors and be confident in writing resumes and cover letters. And we also need to help them talk in interviews so they're not lost or stuttering or messing up and seeming uneducated when they are coming from. Our third and final category we'll be talking about improving is student involvement. I feel like we can improve student involvement by meeting students at orientation. Every student has to come through orientation, incoming or transferring. So this is a great tool to meet way more students than we would be normally able to at setting up a table on campus in the TLC. Another great tool we could use is increasing the social media followers we have. We can do this by making a hashtag and spreading it all over campus, so more students will be becoming more and more involved. According to HuffPost, 98% of students are on social media, so if we can access that broad spectrum of students, then we will be able to increase the amount of students that are coming to career services. According to this graph, more and more students are staying to themselves and not socializing with friends, because everything is starting to be online through video games and Instagram, Twitter. So if we can access that, then that's the key to getting way more students. In these three categories, we will have career services booming like never before. We will have students walking around as professional as Wall Street bankers, and we will have them ready to go into the working force.